It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A former volunteer firefighter accused of starting two grass fires at Nabiac north of Port Stephens on Saturday has fronted court. The Herald reports Ricky Ballard Lestrange told Taree local court he knew the blazes would go stupid during the heatwave conditions and even threaten his own home, but did it anyway because children who were with him like fire trucks. The 32-year-old is facing up to 14 years behind bars and is due back in court on February 21. 4 busloads of disability support services workers are heading to State Parliament today to urge Premier Gladys Berejiklian to keep government-funded disability services in public hands. The Public Service Association says if privatisation of the sector goes ahead, many disability services workers will be affected. The union says the private sector shouldn't be the only provider, with non-government agencies unable to cater for people with severe disabilities. It's hoped a decision on the proposed merger between Maitland and Dungog councils will be made today. It comes amid growing frustration and uncertainty among councillors and staff more than 12 months after the amalgamations were first announced. Maitland councillor Philip Penfold says there's still no decision on when this merger will be settled.
The sooner the better. I think it's in the government's interest to get the matter over and done with, and I suspect with looming by-elections in the seat of North Shore and the seat of Manly that this will be a topical issue for those seats, and I would suggest that the government would like to see it done with in the lead up to those pending by-elections.
It's emerged the man accused of being the ringleader during an out-of-control party at Charlestown at the weekend had only recently been released on parole. The Herald reports Daniel Still was about to throw a bourbon can at police when he was arrested on Friday night as hundreds of teenagers spilled onto the Pacific Highway. It's alleged the 27-year-old resisted arrest and assaulted an officer in the process. He's also accused of being in possession of 16 grams of cannabis. Still was on parole after being released from custody in December. Bar Beach Skate Park will be fenced off from today following a vandalism attack at the weekend. Someone set fire to a whiz bin in the middle of the bowl on Saturday night, leaving a crater in the surface. It's expected the repairs will take a week, with the Australian Bowl Riding Championships kicking off in 2 weeks' time. Applications are open again for the Singleton Mayoral Scholarship Program, with students studying this year encouraged to apply. The program has awarded more than $130,000 worth of scholarships since its inception in 2009. Mayor Sue Moore says the extra money has been very important to students studying away from home.
They're not just the education fees that they can use the funds for, it might be tools. Textbooks are also very expensive, and also transport, simply transport costs and housing costs if they need to utilise accommodation while staying away.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
The Newcastle Jets have climbed back into the A-League top 6 after holding Melbourne Victory to a 0-0 draw at McDonald Jones Stadium last night. It's the second time they've managed a clean sheet this season, and they also outgunned their opponents, taking 18 shots at goal compared to the Victory's 9. Coach Mark Jones says they dominated around the park, but just couldn't convert their chances into goals.
I don't think fitness is an issue, and I always knew on counter we'd create opportunities, and we did that. We just got to be mindful sometimes. We tend to overcommit, and we gave them a couple of opportunities, but I think that was a reflection on how keen we were to win the game and to make a bigger statement. We'll take a point, but I was hoping for 3.
Meanwhile, Chinese Super League team Liaoning Huwin have lost their first match of their Tour of the Hunter, going down to Broadmeadow Magic 2-1 last night. They take on the Edgeworth Eagles tomorrow. And crews from 12 Hunter high schools will contest the annual Surfest High Schools Challenge over the next 2 days at Nobby's Beach. And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 23, 16, 15, 13, 41 and 14, and the supplementaries are 22 and 25. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.